Today, we're talking about being honest about our issues. This show could go on and on and on, day after day, with this topic. We are going to have a talk today about our issues. We all have them. Let's stop being in denial about them if we are. You can't change what you deny. It's one of my popular phrases that I say. You can't change what you deny. So today we're going to just start by getting honest with ourselves, because until we're honest, we can't do anything better. We can't live a more fulfilling life. And truth be told, we're all flawed. We're all broken. We all have issues. So if we just start from that baseline, we can spring forward from there. We have to accept our human frailties, which are human. In our humanity, we are flawed beings. So that's the baseline. It's up from there. So let's stop being in denial, those of us who are. And we all have blind spots. And it takes another person to tell us what our blind spots are. Outside of that, we know what our issues are. And sometimes we don't care. It is what it is. I am who I am. Okay, on some level, that's true. But you have the power to change things about yourself that you don't like. You have the power within you to do whatever it is you want to do. So let's start working on ourselves, giving it an earnest effort so we can be the best people that we can be. We all say we want these things, but if it's just words without action, then nothing's going to change. Intentions are only good as the action you put behind it. So we have to get honest about our issues in order to achieve the goals that we say we want, not even what others say they want for us. What we say we want for ourselves, but we have to be honest. And sometimes we're just not as honest as we need to be about our issues. So that's what I'm here to talk to us about today. We're going to have a pep talk with ourselves about our issues. Thank you so much for joining me on the Full Life Communications page on Facebook and on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the feed, and click the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I'm on. As well as if you're watching on Facebook, please like the page and share the feed, and also click the notification bell so you'll know when I'm on. And again, it's the Full Life Communications page on Facebook and on YouTube. My weekday, midday motivation warriors, thank you for watching me today. I know you're in my corner as I am in your corner, because we're all doing this journey together, and we're watching together because we're getting better together, and we're supporting and encouraging one another through it all, through the good, through the bad, and through the ugly. Life throws us challenges that we don't have control over. It's life. It's going to happen. But where we can take control is where we should take control. And then that's how we can have the best life that we choose to have. Never perfect, because only God is perfect. But we can always have better. As long as there's breath in your body, as long as you wake up on any given day, you have the opportunity for a fresh start and to do something different, to do something better, to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, and to be the best person, the best version of yourself that you can be. We should strive to be better today than yesterday, and better tomorrow. We're blessed to have another tomorrow, better tomorrow than today. Always striving to be the best individual that we can be. And, we want others to be the best versions of themselves. But when it comes to us, like, it is what it is. No, you have control over what your is. So we're going to talk about that right now. We're already talking about it. Let's get honest about our issues. We all have issues. No one born under the face of this humanity, human living, does not have issues. And if anyone tells you that, they're lying. They're in denial. We all have issues, some more than others. Some, the depth of the issue might be, the level of the issue might be where it really lies. So we all suffer from, say, some of the same things, but the level of it, mild, medium, mild, moderate, or severe, the level may be different, but we may still have that same issue. So right off the bat, let's not be in denial about what our issues are. And when we're in denial, doesn't mean that other people don't see it. And you know how people see what your issues are? By how you speak, meaning the words that you choose to say out of your mouth. So just say if you're constantly being negative, well, there's probably some issues there. And I know it. I might not know what the specific issues are, but constantly being negative, there's something there. It's like, well, their issues are showing, whether you know it or not. How your nonverbals are speaking for you. Nonverbals are around 90% of communication. That means that's everything. So people are reading you. And what are they reading on your facial expressions? What are they reading on you with your hand gestures? What are they reading on you in the rest of your body? And what is your body is always speaking. And when your words don't line up with what your body is saying, your body is what's the truth. And people know it. And that's what they are reading from you. And that's what they're taking their cues from. So one clear example that I like to use regarding nonverbal communication. If someone asks me, how are you, Sharon? And I say, oh, I'm fine. What are you going to believe? You're not going to believe the words that came out of my mouth that said, I'm fine. You're going to believe something's going on with her. She may want me to think that she's fine, but the way she said it and the way she slumped and the way her body language looked, something's not right. Something's going on. She's not fine. That was just an obvious example. Our body language speaks for us 24/7, 365, and people are reading that. So don't think you're fooling anybody because you say something out of your mouth that you want people to hear, want people to believe about you. If they see something different because your verbals are not congruent with your nonverbals, they're going to believe your body every time, and they're going to know. They might not confront you on it, because you know how people do. They might not say anything, but they may talk about you behind their back, or they'll just walk away knowing that, you just misrepresented yourself in that moment. So don't think that people don't know what's going on. You're an open book. We read you. I'm an open book. People can read me. So that's the second tip of the day. Make sure that your nonverbals are lining up with your verbals, because if they don't, your body language is what's telling on you. Facial expressions, tone of voice, pitch of voice, how your posture is, a myriad of things. If you're giving me eye contact or if you're looking down, a myriad of things, everything, your body is always speaking, and it's speaking loudly. That's the thing. I can tell, we can tell. So don't think you're hiding anything. You're not hiding anything from yourself, from others. So stop hiding from yourself. Address it, whatever it is. And if the issues are too deep to handle, seek help, seek counseling. It is okay to seek counseling. And if I don't want anybody to know. Well, who's going to know? The therapist is bound to confidentiality, and no one will know unless you tell them. Does anybody know that you go to a doctor's appointment because you're just getting your annual checkup? Not unless you tell them. So if you're going to a therapy session, is anybody going to know? Not unless you tell them. So here's one of the crux of the issue, actually. Is it really that other people know that you're going to therapy? Or is it that you're embarrassed yourself that you're going to therapy and you have not come to terms with yourself that you need help? Well, let me tell you a little secret. We all need help. Every last person should have a therapist just to bounce things off of, because we can't talk to the people who are closest to us because they're too emotionally tied to us. So they can't be objective. We need objectivity. And oftentimes we need godly wisdom. So we have to speak to people who walk closely with the Lord in order to get that godly wisdom. So it's not about talking to friends and family. And a lot of times they're just going to, depending on who they are, they're just going to yes you to death. Oh, no, nothing's wrong with you. You're good. You're good. You're good. Oh, yeah. Or just agree with you with everything you say. That's not wise. That's not wisdom. And truth be told, to me, that's not a friend. A friend is going to check me on my stuff. Now, it's how you check a person. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. You do it in love. You do it respectfully. And then it comes across better for the person to receive it and then do something with it. So the yes people in your life, that's not the people who you really want to go to for the wisdom and for constructive feedback. because maybe they are intimidated to give you constructive feedback for whatever reason. But also, too, these people are too close to you. Seek coaching if you need coaching, life coaching, or if you need counseling, seek a therapist or counselor. It's private. The counselor cannot share your business with anyone without breaking the law, and they're not going to do it. And you're not going to tell anyone. Free yourself. Seek counseling for those issues, maybe of trauma, those unresolved issues of your childhood or adulthood that you're still holding on to, and you know that it's affecting you and your emotions too deeply. Maybe you're displacing your anger, and maybe you're having a trauma bonding with someone, or your response is out of a trauma response. And you may not even be aware of this, but you know if you have trauma in your background, and if you do, it's coming out in your relationships. I'm just here to tell you. I'm not your therapist, but I am a therapist. So this is information and education that I am just sharing with you. You don't take my advice for your personal situation, because I don't know your personal situation, but I do know that you should seek help if you have issues that are too big for you to handle, and if you've been through some sort of trauma. And it doesn't have to be traumatic. Life is just challenging. And sometimes we just need to talk to someone to unravel our emotions and to unravel the thoughts that we've been having, and to decipher, am I on the right track? Because of some things, some of the curveballs that life has thrown me, and some things that I've even done myself. I need to unravel that and see how it's affecting my present day being. I'm not totally satisfied with my present day being and how I'm going about things, how I'm making decisions, how I'm behaving in my relationships, whether it's an intimate partner relationship, whether it's a parent-child relationship, co-worker, employer, employee relationship. It doesn't matter. Our issues affect every relationship that we have. So typically, if somebody has an anger issue, it's not that they're just displaying the anger with a certain person. They're displaying it in subtle ways with people who they come in contact with. It might be displayed more with people at home, because those are the people they're with more often. And because their family, it's like, well, family's not going anywhere. So, I can treat them however I want to treat them. Unfortunately, we hurt the ones who are closest to us the most. I know it sounds strange, but that's how it is. We figure, well, family's not going anywhere. They love us. They'll put up with our stuff. And to a certain extent, that is true. But, family can walk away too. Truth be told, family can walk away too. And we talked about family and friends the other day, and whether to keep them in your inner circle, depending on whether they're encouragers or discouragers or supportive or not. So again, family doesn't always have to be up close and personal. Just like you can love someone from a distance, someone can love you from a distance if you're not healthy. Right? So we have to think about that. How healthy am I? What words are coming out of my mouth? Am I speaking doom and gloom every day? Or am I encouraging? Am I encouraging, speaking life into people? Am I speaking life into myself? Or am I speaking death into myself and others? That's an issue. Where does that come from? It comes from some issue that is unresolved in your life. And you need to check that out and heal from it so you can walk in that freedom that you're dying to walk in. Who doesn't want to walk in freedom and be free in their minds every day to create creative thoughts for my business, for my profession, for my family, for my children? Who doesn't want to be freed up in their emotions to just experience the joy of the Lord and not have that weight of heaviness for whatever has happened in my life that maybe I didn't even cause? And you know what? Maybe some things I did cause, but that's okay, right? I can do something about that, because again, today is a fresh start to do something new, to do something fresh, to do something better. Never discount the current 24 hours that you've been given. You have the power to do whatever you want with this fresh 24 that we received today. If you woke up today, you have a fresh start to make a new decision about how you want to live your life with intention, with purpose. I want to be the best version of me that I can be in today, and no one and nothing is going to stop me from doing that. That's how you want to live every day. How do I want the words that come out of my mouth to reflect the goodness that I'm feeling inside? And sometimes I have to speak where I'm not at already. I want to speak the goodness out so I can catch up with it. No longer speaking doom and gloom. I'm speaking words of encouragement, words of support. I'm speaking life into myself. so I can catch up with myself because I've been speaking all this negativity. I'm changing that today. I might not feel it, but I'm going to speak it and I'm going to allow me to catch up with my words because your words have power. God said, let there be, and there was. He spoke the world into existence and he's given us the same power to do the same thing with our lives. You speak it and you can have it. You speak positively, your life will be more positive. You speak negatively, more pessimistically, your life will be more on the negative side in the general sense. And we attract that which we put out. So you wonder why people are so negative attracted to me? Well, look at what you're saying. Look at what your speech is communicating to the universe. And the universe is coming back at you with what you're attracting. And same with the positive people. They're giving out more support, more encouragement. Why are people coming to me who are so supportive and so encouraging? Like minds, familiar spirits. They attract. So if you want your life to be healthy, the healthiest, again, never perfect. Don't become a perfectionist because that's a whole other problem because you'll never achieve perfection. Only God is perfect. So that's an anxiety trap, to strive for something that you will never achieve and be constantly frustrated and disappointed in yourself because you haven't gotten there. So don't become a perfectionist. You need to work on that. But let's be a realist. Today, I'm in charge of me today, and I can be the best version of me today. Never be perfect, but I can be better than yesterday by striving for those goals that I have on my list that we've been talking about for the past couple of weeks. And part of those goals are not just things that are external to us. The most important goals are the goals that are internal to us, that makes us the best human being that we can be, so that we can attract that to us, the best versions of other people. And then other people will want to be the best versions of themselves when they see us doing that. I like being, you ever been around someone, I like being in their presence. Their energy is so sweet. It's so kind. It's so good. I like being, it's so comforting. Why? Because they're more positive. They're more encouraging. You like being around them because of what they put out. And then the opposite is true. You're like, oh my gosh, so-and-so has just walked in the room. You can tell the atmosphere has just changed. You know how somebody walks into work is like, oh God, here comes so-and-so. I can just tell by the footsteps, by how they walk, right? Don't you have to see them, you have to hear them. And then, how they greet people or don't greet people. It's like the atmosphere just suddenly shifts. It's real. It happens. Which person are you? Are you the one that people dread when you come in the room? Are you the one that people get excited when you come in the room? Because they know what you carry, they know what you bring, and they love being in your presence. It's comforting being in your presence. It's exciting being in your presence. We're always going to learn something new, get some wisdom nuggets, just be happy in the moment because joy lives in that person. That's who you want to be. And you can't be that person by living in denial about your issues. We have to be honest, no matter what the issues are. It's okay, you're human. You're flawed, you're frail, you're broken. It's a given. All of us are. Let's just accept that level of our humanity. So what are my issues? I need to self-reflect. I need to assess and reassess, like we talked about the other day. The internal work, not just assessing and reassessing the external stuff. I need to look at me. What do I need to change about me to make me the best version of me? Now we're getting somewhere. And then when I no longer accept from me what I used to accept, then I no longer accept from you what I used to accept. So I'm raising the bar on you too. And now we're moving and growing in the same direction, those who will come along. Everybody's not coming along. And don't try to drag those who aren't coming along with you. It's okay that they're where they are and you are where you are. It's okay. Their lane is their lane. Maybe they'll get there one day. But you worry about your lane and no one else's. Whoever else gets on that train with you, hey, great. Let's do this thing together. Right? And you want other people to get on board, how you're sharing, what your message is, how you're comporting yourself every day. And people will be attracted to that. And they will come along because they see it and they love it and they want to be that too. And that's great. But don't get upset with those who don't come along. They're not ready yet. Doesn't mean they'll never be ready, but they're not ready today. And that's okay. Because at one point, I wasn't ready, right? And at one point, you weren't ready. They didn't want anyone to discount me or demean me because I just wasn't ready yet. But one day I became ready and I got on that train, right? So, okay, we're here now. Let's go. Let's move. Let's move forward. No looking back. Not being in denial though, but I'm not looking back. Can't change the past. Can't do anything with it but learn from it. If you don't learn from it, we'll repeat the mistakes. So we learn from the past, but I'm not looking back to live in that depression of the past of what went wrong. No, today is again a fresh start, a new day to do something different, to do something better, to be the best version of me, right? So you know what? Why do I have to look back? I can't change that. So I'm not looking back. I'm looking in my present, and I'm not looking too far forward because I can't live in two places at once. I'm going to miss the blessings of today if I'm living in tomorrow. That's anxiety. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's going to be this or it's not going to be that. No, live in today. What can I do with this fresh 24? How can I be the best version of me with this fresh 24 that I've been blessed with today? I can accomplish those goals on my to-do list. I can do some of that internal work that I'm talking about now. I can write down what are my issues, and with each one, how can I do something about it? Well, you know what? For this particular issue, it's been a long-standing issue. I think I might need to call a therapist or a life coach, whatever the issue might be. And for those other ones, maybe you can pick up a self-help book, or maybe you could talk to someone who's a friend, who is a friend indeed, someone who's not just going to yes you, someone who will give you godly wisdom, right, to help you grow, and constructive feedback. So some, the issues, some are more major, some are more minor, and you deal with them accordingly. And now that's you becoming the best version of you by working on yourself. We got to do it if we want to achieve those goals that we say we want, not even that others want for us. So those who are watching now and those who are watching the replay and myself, we're all in it together. I'm talking to you and I'm talking to myself. As you watch this on the replay, think, what is it? What can I do to be the best version of me today? And the same question is tomorrow. Every day you wake up, it's the same question. Because that fresh 24 is a blessing. See that fresh 24 as the blessing that it is, and seize the day. Seize yourself and take control with whatever those things are that you're dealing with, because you can make a difference in you. And when you make a difference in you, you can make a difference in someone else. It spreads. It really is. It's catching. So let me, and I could go on and on and on about this. Let me read who's in the chat. So I am not ignoring you, because I don't want to ignore you, but I just feel so passionate, as you can see, about this issue. And it's just in me because that's just who I am. So, okay, Abby's watching. Sharon, preach. All right, I'm here for it. And hello, Mother Kennedy, you're watching. Thank you so much for watching. Body language is key. Yes, body language is key. You're an open book that's being read by everyone, 24/7, 365. Believe it. Again, around 90% of communication is body language, body language, body language, body language. It's key. It's key. Believe it. Netta says hello. Netta is my mom. She's watching. And Fruitful You says, yes, fresh. Fruitful You. That's my auntie. Hello, auntie. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. I so appreciate you. Thank you so much. And those of you who don't have a chance to watch during the live airing of this episode and any episode of Life with Sharon, the message is for everyone who's watching. And I appreciate those who watch on the replay and those who watch live. Listen, we got to do this thing together. Again, every day you wake up, it doesn't matter what race you are, how tall or short you are, or how big or small you are, how old or young you are. Every day is a blessing. And what we do with that 24 is so important. Let's not be in denial about our issues. Self-reflect, write down what those issues are that you are aware of. Seek counseling or coaching if that's what's necessary. Let's stop thinking that that's a shameful thing, especially in the Black community. We're getting better, but we still have a ways to go. Counseling is for everyone, not just for a select group of people. And silence is sickness. Let me just put it out there. Right? We want to stay sick in the family by not, going out speaking to someone, because we don't tell the family business. Again, once it's confidential. And two, I'm not staying sick with you guys in this family. Silence is sickness. I don't want to be sick anymore. I want to be healthy and I want to be free from this madness. You guys can stay in here and live in this unhealthy, sick environment. I choose to do a different thing with the new 24 that I've been given and for the rest of my life. I'm tired of being sick. I want to be healthy. So I'm going to seek counseling. I'm going to get myself together. Now, you guys can come on that train with me if you want, or you can stay sick if you want. And that's your choice. I'm not beating you up for it. But don't begrudge me the choice that I've made, because I've decided to step out and do something better. That is my right. Just like it's your right to stay in the mess. I'm not begrudging you that either, because that's your lane. Hopefully not for too long. But if it is what it is for you. But for me, it is what I make it. And I'm making my life the best life I want to be. Not what you want for me, what I want for me. I'm making my own decisions as a grown person. As a child, you may not have that autonomy. But as a grown person, I do what I want with my life, not what you want. And so we have to gain that assertiveness and gain that autonomy to say, I'm living my best life the way I want to live it. And how that looks, I determine that. So I don't allow anyone to begrudge me anything, because it's my life. And quite frankly, I don't really care what you think. Just to being honest. And I don't mean that in a mean way, but I can't live for you and me too. So thank you for your opinion. But this is what I choose to do, because your opinion might not line up with what I want. And not saying that you didn't have a good opinion, but if it's not what I want to do, then I'm going to do what I want to do. And then I'm not saying when we're seeking wisdom that we don't take the advice of people who are giving us with wisdom. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about people pleasing. No, I'm not living for you. That's your life, or the life you didn't live, right? And now you're trying to vicariously live through me. No, this is my life. I'm living my life the way I choose. I choose to be healthy. I choose to seek counseling. I choose to seek coaching. I choose to read self-help books so I can be the best version of me today and tomorrow. Now, is life still going to happen to me? Absolutely. Or some days am I going to feel down? Absolutely. But in the general grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. If I fall down, I'm getting up. I'm not staying down. I'm not staying sick. I have a choice in everything I do every day. And my choice is to not just survive, not just live, but my choice is to thrive. I want to thrive in this life. Don't you want to thrive? We can't thrive by being in denial about our issues. So that's the final thought that I'm going to leave with you today. Get off of my soapbox, right? Because again, like I said, I got to talk about this forever. Tomorrow, let me see what we're talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about change your mind, change your life. Again, starting with a new renewed mindset. Because when you have a renewed mindset, you do things differently. I'm not thinking like the old Sharon. I'm thinking like the new Sharon with the fresh 24 that I've been given. And so now I'm going to do something new, because everything starts with a thought. How we think, we then behave, right? And so change your mind, change your life. Self-reflection, assessing and reassessing, not being in denial about our issues, and then walking that out every day the best we can. Are we going to be perfect? Absolutely not. And we're not even striving for perfection. That's not even on our radar. That's a setup for failure, a setup for disappointment, a setup for anxiety. We're not living there. But where we are living, we're living in reality, where we have control. So take the control that you can. Stop trying to take the control that you can't. That's anxiety too, anxiety provoking. But there are many things you can control in today about yourself, not other people. Not trying to control other people. Look to your own self. Do you. Stop trying to do others. Let them do themselves. So that's my message for today. Thank you, Abby, for watching. Thank you, Mom Kennedy, for watching. Thank you, Netta. and Auntie and others. I see numbers up there, but if you're not, and this is what I've learned, if you're not watching on my Full Life Communication page on Facebook or on YouTube, then I can't see you when you comment. If you're watching, so say my mom is watching and she shares the feed on her page and you're watching from her page and you make comments, I can't see your comments. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I can't see your comments if you're watching on a page other than the Full Life Communications page on Facebook or the Full Life Communications page on YouTube. So I appreciate you watching and keep watching. But I just wanted you to know I'm not ignoring your comments, but I can't see them unless you're watching from my specific pages where I am broadcasting from. So again, this is another live episode of Life with Sharon, Midday Motivation. And today we talked about being honest about our issues. And tomorrow we're talking about change your mind, change your life. Sounds simple? Maybe not the easiest to do, but you can do it. That's the message for today. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me and supporting the shows. And thank you for not being in denial about your issues and wanting to be the best version of you in the 24 that you've been blessed with today and making the changes that you know you need to make. Because if you're watching, I know that you're trying to live your best life too. So thank you so much. I love you. God bless you. Shalom.